Boring. 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 This episode of Raw was fucking boring. Holy shit! This was a terrible episode of Raw. I mean, stuff was happening, but wow, it just felt like goddamn slow as shit. I mean, when you have two options, and it's either watch WWE Pro Wrestling or go to sleep, and taking a fucking nap, going to sleep, is the better of the two options, you know what? Your company's got fucking problems. Vince McMahon and his company has got fucking problems. And it's just disappointing because they had such a spectacular spectacular match last week, a good Raw last week, and the past couple of weeks have been pretty decent, but wow, this week was not that great. And I've kind of been in a vacation mode this week. I've had taken days off work, taken kids to the amusement parks and bullshit, and I'm having a good time. And then to sit and watch this 3-hour episode of Raw, it was, oh man, I had to work to get through it. And yeah, guess what? I fell asleep at one point during this Raw. During that Randy Orton-Kane match, I actually fell asleep. I literally just passed out while I was watching my TV. I woke up like fucking 10 minutes later, and the goddamn match was still happening. And I thought I was having a fucking nightmare. But this was Raw episode for July 2nd, 2013, and boring is the name of the game. It was fucking boring. But it started out okay. Daniel Bryan comes out. There's a ladder in the ring. He's cutting his promo about how he made Randy Orton tap out last week. He's not the weakest link. He's going to win the Money in the Bank. He's already won it once before. Now he wants to do it again for the World or for the WWE Championship. And it was a good promo. It was all right until Sheamus came out. Sheamus came out, and somewhere in the back, Cody Rhodes' asshole was puckering up. He was clenching because he was afraid that Sheamus was going to come looking for him and just jam his fucking dick up his ass. But no, Sheamus came out, and he's acting like an asshole. That's his new gimmick now. That's his new baby face, is to be a fucking asshole to everybody. You got the hottest guy in the company standing in the ring, and he comes out and he says, "Oh, I beat you in 18 seconds last year at WrestleMania," or 2 years ago, whenever the fuck it was. I don't even remember. The point is, I fucking hate him. Sheamus is a piece of trash, and he's coming out there. He's just like he's trying to suck the energy out of Daniel Bryan. He's trying to fucking jam his dick up Daniel Bryan's ass, too. Fuck Sheamus, man. He is getting to be as bad as Cena. John Cena Jr., no joke. And then they all come filing out. You know what's going to happen. It's Sheamus, Christian, Kane, Orton, and CM Punk eventually comes out. CM Punk's talking about RVD, because RVD can't be there. Daniel Bryan said to Punk, "Shut up or I'm going to make you tap out faster than Orton did last week." That was pretty funny. And the segment was alright. You know, it's a standard thing that they do every year to hype when there's a lot of guys in one match at one time. They all come out and say, "I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win." You know, but eventually Kane wound up drawing the short straw, and he's the one that took it up the ass by Orton got the RKO. And then the segment ended so weird because everybody just kind of walked out of the ring. And that was kind of a statement on what you were going to get for the rest of this Raw. People looked like they were going to do something, and then they were like, fuck it. Let's go home. And they just walked away. That's pretty much the statement for the rest of the night. Something looked great, looked like it was going to happen, and then it just said, fuck it. So, it was a very weird ending to an okay promo segment to hype up the Money in the Bank match for the upcoming pay-per-view. So it was okay. And up next started first in a series of videos about the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship throughout the night. I liked the old footage they showed of some of the old school wrestlers. I like that archive footage, that historical bullshit. I like checking that stuff out. And then they moved ahead throughout the night to guys like Stone Cold and The Rock and, oh, wait a minute, I don't even think they mentioned The Rock. What the fuck was up with their selection of guys? And they had Sting in there, and there's rumors that Sting's coming back now just because they put that video out. I don't know. It was fucking weird. They skipped Bret Hart. They skipped Shawn Michaels. They were very selective. And I know they couldn't fit everybody, but I mean, if you're not going to hit all of the most important guys, then don't fucking do it. Like, don't even do it, because it just looks like you're being selective, and it's fucking annoying. So next up was Christian and the Usos versus The Shield. And this was probably the best match of the night. One of the two good matches of the night. And just because I say a match is the best match of the night doesn't make it that great of a match. It just means of the selection of fucking garbage that was surrounding it, this one stood out. This match really wasn't too bad. It was quick, it was fast-paced, pretty exciting, and I don't even know what... Okay, I watched Raw on Monday. Let me say this. I watched Raw on Monday. Yesterday, I went to an amusement park for like 12 hours. I was gone all day long, so I'm going off of memory and my notes here, so might be a little scatterbrained today. But I do remember that this show was fucking boring. Don't forget that. Goddamn boring. Ugh. So, Ambrose got the roll-up on Christian for the win. That's right. After the match, I saw Roman Reigns grab the fucking pile of titles that the team currently has. The U.S. title, the tag team titles. It was a fucking hilarious sight to see him trudging back through the crowd carrying this pile of straps. It was good stuff. Here we go. Dolph Ziggler versus Jinder Mahal. That's what you do with your new main event guy. That's how you promote him. Yeah. Dolph Ziggler, here's all your mic time, Dolph. Get on that mic and talk your ass off. And then get out there and beat some of the best heels that we've got right now. Make you look strong, right? Get the fuck out of here. What they're doing to Dolph Ziggler is garbage. I knew it was going to happen. People were telling me to hold it back. He's going to get the title. I'm telling you, he's not going to get that title. He's going to lose to Alberto Del Rio, and then he's going to go back to fighting in the mid-card. I want to fucking explode, I do. But you know what? I'm going to hold it. I'm going to wait to see what happens with Money in the Bank. But I am like 99% sure he's going to get flipped the fuck over and just pancaked, buried by the WWE. And it's just going to piss me off. Oh, you better believe it. Like, I don't even know. Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal, they couldn't find anybody else better but the three-man band. And yes, he did beat Jinder Mahal, and he did this little acrobatic bullshit after the match, which was kind of neat. And he wound up taking down the rest of the guys, and then standing tall on the announcer's table, really energetic, really excited. Crowd was behind him. We got a couple of Ziggler chants throughout the match. So that was pretty cool. The crowd's still behind him, but let me tell you something. If you want to build momentum, you can't start at the fucking rock dirt bottom, all right? You gotta give him some better guys. Fucking A. Ugh. Although I will say, guess what? This was probably Ziggler's first clean win in a year, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's probably been 10 to 12 months since he's had a clean victory. Maybe even longer than that, because he's been a heel this whole time. And you know you can't get, when you're a bully, you can't go over clean. You can't be better than the good guy because you're a bad guy. You're a bully. That's not allowed. You can't just be better than the good guys. You have to do it by cheating because you're a bully. Fucking A. So he got his first legitimate victory in however long, so that was nice to see. At least he's going to start winning matches for real now. I do appreciate that, but come the fuck on, man. Jinder Mahal and the three-man band, is that really doing him any favors? Next up is the sleeper, man. Kane versus Orton. Daniel Bryan as a special guest referee. Not even Daniel Bryan could save this match and keep it fucking entertaining. This match was fucking boring. It was so slow. I hate every time when they put Kane and Randy Orton in a one-on-one match against each other. It is so god-awful. It doesn't matter if it's on Raw, a pay-per-view, or a fucking WrestleMania. It is goddamn boring. It is such shit. Because Orton is a slow guy, and Kane is fucking molasses, and Orton is only exciting for me when he's working with the right people, and Kane is the absolute wrong fucking person. These two put on goddamn boring matches every time. I was just, oh man, it was just horrible, man. This is where I actually fell asleep. I think it was before Daniel Bryan restarted the match. He restarted the match at one point. He gave Orton a disqualification for punching Kane in the ring, or in the corner, not getting out of the ropes. So then he stopped the match, gave Kane the victory. Kane didn't want it like that, so they restarted the match. And I think I had just woken up right around that time, and I was so fucking spaced out. I was like, what was happening? And then I saw the match was still continuing, that it wasn't over, and it's like, man, I want to go the fuck back to sleep. This match was horrible. So then, like, at the end, Kane gets a quick 3 count on Randy Orton, and then he's bitching to Daniel Bryan about helping him out. He didn't need his help. Kane walks away. Daniel Bryan turns around and gets the RKO, and I don't really give a shit. I don't really care, man. God, I needed to take a fucking 5-hour energy to get me through this 15, 20-minute match. It would have sucked all 5 hours out of me. It was just fucking garbage. It was, ugh. Like, why did they put these two matches together? They're so slow. Their styles do not mesh well to make an exciting match. Maybe 7 years ago, but not anymore. Not anymore. Stop doing it, WWE. You're putting people to sleep. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. It keeps getting better, baby. Sheamus versus Fandango. And Sheamus comes out. Cody Rhodes, he's praying. He's clenching. He's fucking got a donut hole on his ass. He's got fucking bricks he's sitting on, covering it up, trying to protect himself from Sheamus. Looks like Sheamus is done. He's moved on to Fandango. And, let me talk about this. I do remember this. The commentators are talking about how there's only been one guy that hasn't won the Money in the Bank cash-in over the years, and that guy was John Cena. They're talking about this during the match. And the only reason, well, they didn't say it's the only reason, but they made it sound like it was the only reason he didn't win is because he's the only guy that ever gave a 1-week notice. He gave Punk a 1-week notice that he was going to cash it in, so Punk had time to prepare. And then JBL says, oh wait, but John Cena did win that match. He won by disqualification. Are you fucking kidding me? Get off of his dick. Do you have any idea how that makes, like, that kind of stuff is so fucking frustrating. They just say, like, oh, John Cena did win that match. He won by disqualification. So he did win his cash in. He just didn't win the title. Like, you're why you gotta do that? The guy is the figurehead of the company. He makes all the money. He does all the fucking, he's the main event at all the venues, all this crazy shit. You don't have to put this on, put him over in other people's matches. Like, to say that, what about RVD? RVD gave, what, a month's fucking notice, and he beat John Cena back at that One Night Stand pay-per-view. I think that's what it was. Jesus, wow. I really, really lost it. They were just sucking like a golf ball through a garden hose, sucking on John Cena's dick right there. It was fucking disgusting, man. I just wanted to punch my goddamn TV. The only reason I got any energy behind me during this Raw was a fit of rage because of that fucking statement during the match here. It was horrible, man. And what happened? Fandango was getting his ass kicked, and then he walked out, so Sheamus won by countout. So, yeah. Fandango, you're back. You just got fucked over by Sheamus. Welcome to the world of Cody Rhodes. But at least Cody Rhodes was safe for this week. His anus was safe. For now. And up next, I can't, it's just getting worse. It's just getting worse. Ryback versus The Miz. Ryback versus The Miz. Jericho was on commentary, but that doesn't matter. This was so bad. Wow. I'm not the world's biggest Ryback fan. I'm not. Okay, but I have to say, I feel bad for Ryback. I knew they were going to pull him from that main event status and they were going to drop him down. But now you're taking a guy of his physique, of his dominating look, and just his character, what it used to be a few months ago. And they're saying he is stopping matches because of a leg injury? How fucking stupid is that? How does that make him look? That just totally destroys the credibility of his character. I mean, God, why would you do that? Why would you do that to the poor man? I felt bad for Ryback. I did. How do you think Ryback felt when he learned that he has to be a pussy? That his new gimmick is to be the world's most dominant-looking pussy? That he's got to quit matches like that because of a kayfabe leg injury? Get the fuck out of here, man. Go take that shit somewhere else. Garbage is what it is. It's garbage. Oh, I can't, poor Ryback, man. The guy, whew, man, they didn't want him anywhere near Cena. He's like, okay, now he lost to Cena. Now not only do we gotta fucking bury him, but we want to pour some fucking molten hot lava on him and just fucking melt his corpse into fucking oblivion. Holy shit, I felt bad for him. So next up was a Mark Henry promo. And this was one of the good parts of the show, okay? You want to know how to use Mark Henry? This is how you do it. You have him come out and you just cut a strong promo. This was sort of a breaking kayfabe kind of promo, talking about all the years he's put into the business. There's tons of politics, backstabbing, fake or accidental injuries, stuff going on throughout the years, and he never got his shot at the WWE Championship. But now he's got it. This was a good promo. It made Mark Henry look strong. It makes me interested in this feud that otherwise I wouldn't give two shits about. And then he looks at the camera. He says, "Get this camera in my face. John Cena, I'm going to beat your ass." And then he walks away. That's how you do it. That's how you use Mark Henry. And I am interested in this, what they're going to do with this storyline, with this feud. But come on. Brock Lesnar could not beat John Cena. Brock Lesnar had to put over Cena. The Rock had to put over Cena. Shawn Michaels has had to do it. Triple H has had to do it. Ryback has had to do it. Not that Ryback is anywhere near the level of the other guys, but he's just the most recent guy. So you really think the one guy that's going to beat John Cena is going to be Mark Henry? I don't fucking think so. I do not think so. You got to be smoking some serious shit if you think that's what's going to happen. Now I'm going to speed this up here because I got to get my kids. We got some more crazy shit to do with this 4th of July vacation stuff, so here we go. CM Punk and Curtis Axel versus the Primetime Players. This was another part of the show that I was actually interested in. There were two good matches on the show. It was the Usos and Christian versus The Shield, and this match. CM Punk wanted to get in. To start the match, Axel tagged himself in, wouldn't give CM Punk the tag, and then CM Punk eventually did get the hot tag. There was some build-up for that. Came in, dominated, was going to win the match, hit the GTS. Axel tags himself back in and gets the pin, steals it from Punk. Punk's pissed and walks away. Heyman's like, "Hey, we won the match. Who cares?" So I like what they were doing with that. That was the best told story match of the night. And that was one of the two things that I actually like to see is match-wise. And Titus O'Neil looked pretty good during the match too. He had a good presence in the ring. I wanted to mention that. So next up, we got Kaitlyn versus Alicia Fox, and I watched this segment, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's fucking horrible. It was stupid. It was fucking stupid. And that's how I'm going to do it for the rest of the Divas matches again. They're back down to me skipping all the Divas segments. They had me for 2 weeks and they fucking lost me. Sorry, WWE. Try again in another 10 fucking years. So what happens next? Cody Rhodes versus Antonio Cesaro. Jack Swagger's back and nobody cares. This match was quick. Rhodes jobbed out to Cesaro. So Cody's going to be safe from Sheamus and his fucking cock drill, but he's not safe from that train that takes you straight to Jobber Town. Sorry, Cody Rhodes. You just can't win. You go put another cut on the wrist, man. You're going to run out of room on that arm soon. You're going to have to start on this one. Alright, here we go. Main event of the night. John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. Champion versus champion. And holy shit, I couldn't care less. I was falling asleep again. Couldn't stand it, man. Like, here's what I think happened. I feel like John Cena saw the huge success that Daniel Bryan-Randy Orton match got, and all the praise it got from pretty much everybody. And he's like, man, I want to have a match like that. Why don't you build me up for a night and put me on in the main event? Give me Alberto Del Rio. And we're going to have a long match like that. But guess what? Cena can't fucking wrestle. And Alberto Del Rio doesn't have the skills to make him look good. So they put on a terrible fucking match. It was slow. It was fucking boring. They were moving at fucking like a quarter speed. It was horrible, man. John Cena looked terrible. He put on that SDF and I wanted to fucking punch my TV again. And the commentators wouldn't get off his dick during the match. Ay, ay, ay. And you know what made that Orton-Daniel Bryan match great last week? Was the fact that you didn't know who was going to win that match. You didn't know what the outcome was going to be. There was a chance that Daniel Bryan was going to win. They built that up. Great. And he did win. But you know what? During this match, there was never, ever, ever a chance, not ever, that Alberto Del Rio was going to win that match. Maybe he might have won it with like a dirty victory, but there was no fucking way he was going to win that match clean. No way. So it takes all of the fun out of it. That sucks so much energy out of the match when you know what the outcome is going to be well before the match even starts. Like, it's not a fucking rocket scientist to figure this shit out, WWE. What are you doing? You fucking idiots, man. And it's John Cena. Of course you know who's going to win that match. Jeez. Mark Henry comes out at the end and distracts Cena. But Alberto Del Rio can't get the pin, right? He can't capitalize on that. But then Ziggler comes out, great to see him in the main event, distracts Del Rio, and then Cena can hit the fireman's carry and get his pin. He can do it, but Del Rio can't. So come on. Come the fuck on, man. And then the show ended with one more promo about the Wyatt family. And holy shit, has there been a lot of promos with these guys. And I'm going to tell you something. If they come out next week, they better have the biggest fucking debut ever, and they better beat some high mid-level guys with all the promos. And to end this Raw with a promo that they're coming out, it better be a huge fucking debut. But if they come out next week and they're beating like Primo and Epico or some bullshit jobbers or fucking tons of fucking shit, then it's going to be a total fucking fail. So we'll see what happens, but get ready for the big fucking fail. So overall, overall, this Raw, I could barely stay awake through it, and I couldn't stay awake through the whole thing. I fucking fell asleep. This Raw was boring as hell. Like, I don't know what the hell happened, but, oh man, it was just fucking boring. I mean, it wasn't the worst Raw ever, but boring. Entertainment value was very, very low. So I guess check out that Punk match and the Shield match, and that's it, man. All right, I got to get out of here. JB Squared 61279. See ya.